Hello there, it's Ruth. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video, which is the first in a series on how do we up-level. So goddesses, we are being called to be fully empowered, live in our empowerment right now, and to up-level because the world needs us and what we do. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about what do you believe, because that's a really good starting point to know if you are ready to up-level, and most importantly, how you up-level, because each of us are up-leveling in our own way. We're not all doing it the same, but we're all being called to do it. So what do you believe? It's a huge question, right? So let's break it down. Let's start with values. Do you know what your values are? Do you know what you're passionate about? Do you know what your pet hates are and what your intolerances are? Because when you know your passions and what you're intolerant of, that drives a lot of what your values are. So if you are passionate about the environment and you're really careful about cleaning products that you use, cosmetics that you use, you're doing no harm to the environment, that's the strong belief that you have. That value is one of your beliefs, is to take care of the environment. Maybe you're passionate about politics and you have a certain view that politics should be a certain way. Maybe you're intolerant of the untruths that are being told, or the fact that people are not always genuine or transparent in politics. And maybe you have a drive to change that. Maybe you're called to up-level to be an activist, or maybe it's just something that you call out, and that's good too. So if you have an intolerance of politics, that may be driving your values, it may be driving your beliefs as well. So when we think about our values, I think it's easy to think about we know what our values are rather than we know what we believe. And values, for me, I'm passionate about the environment, I'm passionate about intuition, I'm passionate about women regaining their empowerment over their intuition, because for centuries it's been ignored and we've adapted our style to work a different way because our intuition ignored, and we do that at our peril. So, you know, my passion and purpose is my life work is teaching women, particularly women business entrepreneurs, to reconnect their intuition. I'm also passionate about the friendships that I have, the family members who support me. I'm passionate about reading. I love reading, and I'm writing books a lot at the moment as well. I love writing. I'm passionate about that communication, that level of expression. And there's lots of other things that I'm passionate about. Those are a few things. And those drive my values. And in turn, that drives what I believe. I believe that the climate is a problem. I believe that we need to take better care of the earth. So you can see how your values then drive your beliefs, and sometimes your beliefs then drive your values. It's a circle, but it's okay for it to be a circle. Now, as we up-level, we learn more and we do differently. And if you find yourself in a situation right now that you feel that your values or your beliefs are on shaky ground, that is okay. That is because you are expanding, you are growing, you are learning more, and then you're going to do things differently. And I think the problem with society and human nature is we think humans are reasonably static. We have to do the same thing all the time, operate the same way all the time. And we don't. And when we can have that as a value and a belief in life, that we have permission to change, we are empowered to change, and it's a good thing to change our minds. That is okay, as long as we're changing our mind for good reason. It's being driven by our values and beliefs. A few years ago, I remember seeing a clip on TV by Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, and he talked about when he first met Steve Jobs and started working with him. And he thought Steve was a bit crazy because he was constantly changing his mind about things. And in business, that's generally thought not to be a good thing, right? Because you have to be consistent and constant. So, you know, Tim found it really strange and thought it was a bit weird. But what he said his lesson was there was a reason. Every time Steve Jobs changed his mind about something, there was a reason. It's because he'd learned something new. It's because he'd learned something more. And that was why he changed his mind. And every time he learned something new, he was able to change, to adapt and reflect that. And that's what we need to do. So when you're thinking about what you believe, I'd like you to believe that your beliefs don't have to be static. if you've learnt more about your intuition, if you've learnt more about yourself and how you do your best work, you know, that is great too. You've got to think about your own beliefs about yourself. What do you believe about you? Do you believe that you're worthy? Do you believe you deserve to live your best life? Do you believe you deserve abundance? So start with your values about what you believe, and think about family, what you believe about family, prosperity, money, abundance, career, environment, politics. Think about every area of your life and think about what is it you believe. Because when we're directed by our values and belief, we're then more likely to get into a place of empowerment, to listen to our intuition. And when we do that, when we get really connected to our intuition, I believe that life gets easier and we feel more empowered, and I want more people to feel that way. So we very rarely take the time to think about what do we believe and what do we believe about ourselves. And this is a great thing to do of what I call a lazy meditation. And you may have seen my lazy meditation video. I sit somewhere, ideally in the garden, but it can be on a sofa, in a chair, with a cuppa. And it's just sometimes clear your mind and have a little daydream. I like to look out the window, look at the clouds as well. And sometimes I just allow my mind to empty in a lazy meditation, and then sometimes I focus specifically on a topic. And this is a great topic to focus on during a lazy meditation with a cup of tea. And just ask yourself, what do I believe? And see what comes to mind. Your intuition may bring something up for you that you hadn't thought about for a long time. So why is it important to know what you believe? As I said, it means we get more empowered. And when we're more empowered, that's how we up level. And that's the purpose of this video, is to talk about how we up level. Start with what you believe. What do you know you to believe? And that raises your empowerment and that up levels you. And the universe needs you to do that right now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with another one. Take care for now. Bye.